Yo guys, welcome back again today. Today we're going to be talking about Mama Tingo. So Mama Tingo was born in November 8th in 1921 and was a revolutionary, activist, and farmer. She would grow up poor in the Dominican Republic on her family's farm. She would grow up learning how to farm and would go on to marry her husband, Felipe, years later. Felipe and Mama Tingo would go on to have their own farmland in Yamasa. Now, she had very little education, came from a poor black family, and she nor her husband went to school. Working was the only life they both ever knew. In 1974, Pablo Diaz Hernandez would come to the farm to reclaim it. Hernandez was a rich businessman and demanded the farmers to leave the farming lands. Local farmers occupied this land for more than half a century and were not happy about Pablo coming to reclaim the land. This demand would mean the farmers would lose their income, life, and homes. Many people would go on to be hurt from this land dispute, as a farmer had her ear chopped off and many young farmers were injured. Politicians would also get involved and even barbed wired the land at one point. Mama Tingo would not stand for this, and even in her 50s, she would stand up for her family and local farmers alike. She would go on to lead the fight for farmers and organize meetings where farmers discuss how to deal with violence, strategies, crop sharing, and land grab. Mama Tingo would then go to many government officials protesting the land grab and the violence. Mama Tingo and her husband would go on to fight for local farmers, and one of the first things she did was went to the president of the Dominican Republic and demanded fiercely that the president stepped in to distribute land fairly. The president would go on to agree with Mama Tingo and told her he promised to distribute the land fairly amongst the 350 farming families. The president would fail to stay true to his word, and Hernandez would go on to destroy the farmland with protection of armed gunmen and bulldozers. Though, even with guns and power, Mama Tingo and farmers would fight back, and many would be arrested, including Mama Tingo, releasing the farmers shortly after. After many violent clashes, courts finally agreed to hear the farmers' case. This was a huge event because a wealthy businessman backed by government officials was being took to court by a poor Afro-Latino black Dominican woman. The matter was soon handed to the court, and on November 1st, 1974, the farmers would appear before the Monte Plata court to have their case heard. Many farmers would appear at the court, but Mama Tingo did not show up for the trial. This was due to someone telling Mama Tingo that her pigs had been set loose. She would rush back home, and once she gathered the pigs, she was surprised by one of Hernandez's men. This gunman would shoot Mama Tingo twice, and though she tried to fight back with a machete, the gunman would shoot her in the chest, and to finish her off, shoot her in the head. Mama Tingo would die at 52 years old. Mama Tingo contributed to the rights of farm workers, liberation, financial poor citizens, and rights for all Dominicans. So guys, we learned about a Afro-Latino woman, a black woman in the Dominican Republic that had a revolution and helped local farmers, poor farmers, defend their land from rich politicians and rich businessmen from taking land, which is called a land grab, when people with more resources and more power and money take land from you, and she defended her land. This is a story that needs to be told, and more black stories, people of African descent in Latin America, in the Caribbeans, stories like this need to be told in the Latin world and Afro-Latinos. Please like all my social medias, which are Afric Network, right? Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Facebook, Snapchat, each one teach one. Yo, always love each other, always like each other, always learn about each other. And until next time, guys, peace, one love.